dudes, dudettes, and all the beautiful people of the interwebs? You know what time it is. It is Saturday. So come and join in with the Smash podcast. Welcome to the United States of Smash. And I got to tell you, in our pregame chat, we were already getting hype over here.
United States of Smash. I like that.
You already know. Yeah, you like that. But I'm telling you, in our pregame, we were already talking about the music that we're going to be going in on today. And I'm telling you, we're already excited. So let's meet with the usual suspects and see who we got on the panel. Now, we're missing a few members because G's currently getting stabbed in the face because they have to fix his teeth. And
such a bummer.
Yeah, but he'll be in whenever he can. And Ob's going to be a little bit late. He's moving, so he's got to take care of them duties. But let's see who else we got from our usual suspects. Of course, it's our resident Spartan. What's going on with you, Neth Lees?
Hey, what's going on, people? Glad to be here again. And I want to really talk about these anime openings because it's a bigger subject than you think.
Dude, we was already getting juicy pregame.
I know.
Before that. So, it gets hella juicy.
It gets deep.
I'm glad you picked me for this, bro, because that's one thing. Like, we've been talking about this, man. I'm like, man, I love anime openings. And we was talking about this. And you was like, yo, I need you on this one, man. I need you on this one. I was like, oh, man, I really want to. But then I didn't know if I had to work. And then they canceled work today. So it all worked out. So it's perfect.
Yeah, I know exactly. So we'll get to that here in a second. And, of course, we got our resident artist and Superman Supreme. What's going on with you, Soul King?
What is good, everybody? I remember we were talking about the openings last week. And, I'm just super excited to talk about it this week. I'm glad it's a subject.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we've been talking about this in offline and on the chat for the past few weeks about music, and we're just getting excited for it. And of course, we have our special guest and probably my biggest music nerd, and I'm glad to have him back, the Nintendo himself, Mr. Nintendo Direct.
What's up, everybody? Yes, Nintendo Direct. My name is Nintendo. I do Nintendo YouTube, whatever, and Nintendo YouTube channel. But it's one thing y'all need to know about me is your man loves music. Your man plays music. Your man loves everything music. That's one of like the biggest aspects to gaming for me is music. Not only that, anime. So for this episode, your boy is hyped and ready to go.
I know you are. Trust me. Me and you've actually been talking about this for a while because when me and you were first talking and you were getting back into anime, that you were asking me for suggestions, and we were sat there for like an hour just talking about music and going in on that, and then after that we were starting to talk about everything else, and I'm just like, yo, we got to do this, and as soon as we were talking about it, like, yo, music this season for anime has been hype. There's so many classics that I want to reminisce about. I was like, I gotta get my music nerd in on this. I was like, I had to reach out to you on this one.
I'm ready to go.
I know you are. So trust me, we're going to get into that here shortly. But first up that I want to talk about is we got some good news for some new things coming up. And the first one for me is I was the only one who stood on this one. Everyone else was kind of iffy on it. So King is that they just released the new trailer for the second film for the Godzilla anime series that they're doing. If everyone remembers, back in February, they released the first movie called Godzilla Battle for Planet Earth, was released on Netflix, and it was a 3D CG movie. And while everyone was enjoying it to a certain point, some people didn't like it once they started showing off the CG for Godzilla. I thought it was really cool because they detailed it very well. It's very much what you'd expect from old Godzilla. And now they just released a trailer for the new one, for the second movie that's going to be premiering next week in Japan, and then later this summer it's going to be streaming on Netflix before they release the third one later this year. And this one's called Battle on the Edge of the City, or Battle on the City's Edge. And from what they showed back here, it was actually really good. I like they focused more on the action in this one, because as where the first movie ended off, the survivors that went down to Earth are stuck there. Their transports were destroyed, and they actually found that there's new aliens and people living on planet Earth. So they're trying to work together to defeat Godzilla and all his little children and brood. And the trailer just really sells the action in it. And Nick, you were actually saying that it looked cheesy at first, but then you got kind of sold on it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Man, it looks tight. It looks tight. And so I'm actually looking forward to seeing this one. What I think a lot of people's problem was with the CG is like, I think you have your anime purists who don't like CG in like any of their anime. I think you have that, so that's where I think you get the criticism from. But to me, it really just depends. But yeah, I think that's where the criticism comes from. But this trailer, bro, I mean, I at first I was like, this looks cheesy. This does not look good. And then as I slowly got into it, I was like, okay, all right, I'm in. I can get down with this. So I am looking forward to it.
All right, that's good. That's good to hear. And yeah, there's definitely those purists out there who hate CG, but there are some CG shows that a lot of people like. Like one of the biggest ones I've seen that everyone likes a lot is Knights of Sidonia, but I can't get into that one. But there's quite a few out there, so it's good to see that kind of thoughts on it. So you want to spit your hate?
Hey, well, I'm gonna just say I really don't like. I really can't get into like kaiju type movies unless it's like it deals with like the actual people being affected. I really don't care about the monsters. Godzilla is cool and all, but it turns me off because of CG. And then I hate that 3D type CG anime type look. I don't like it. Like it was even hard. It was a little hard for me to even get to like Batman Ninja. Because the way it looked, but
yeah,
it might be okay for y'all guys. That's cool, but I doubt I'll watch it.
I have to agree with him a little bit on the CG. Like, I like it when it's done right. Like, if there's one thing I can pinpoint, like in Black Clover, whenever he's fighting the Diamond Kingdom guy, I guess he's Diamond or Ice, whatever he is.
He's Diamond.
Like, at that one point, he's just completely CG when he turns into the Diamond Monster. Like, that was I felt that was like out of place. So like that, I understand if it's out of place and it doesn't look right. Yeah, sure. But if it's done well, then yeah, I give it a chance. I do give it a big chance.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm probably still not gonna check this
out. Yeah, he's telling you right now that he ain't gonna do it because that's how he always does.
Hey man, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I understand that. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot and I'll let you know.
Yeah, definitely let me know how it is.
Yeah, definitely. What are your thoughts on it, Neth? I know that you were kind of into the movie at first and then later not so much.
You know, Op isn't here, so I gotta be the resident fraud right now. But anyways, I never actually saw the first movie. You guys told me about it. I actually thought it was a TV show at first until you told me, no, it's a movie and they're gonna make a bunch of sequels. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I still need to check it out. But as for the CG thing, to me, as Nick Nintendo said, if you do CG well, it's not really a problem. It's when your CG is like kind of bland and just looks awkward where it's a problem here. But you know, just watching this trailer right now, I can see that I think the movie's actually gonna be pretty good. Like the action looks intense, fucking fast as hell. It looks like they're gonna be in mix-ups and shit. I don't know. This shit looks like fire. Yeah, I agree with you. Like CG can be done well. It doesn't always have to be bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree because there's, like I said, there's definitely evidence of really well done CG shows. Look at what me and Solo talked about. You know, Gant Zero, it's fucking phenomenal. Space Pirate Harlock, fucking phenomenal. But then you had the bad examples like the new Berserk reboot that they did.
Oh god,
yeah. And the fact that they started like halfway through like the original series, so it's like, come on now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of those things that when handled well, it can be really good, and when they overutilize it or certain times, it can be very polarizing and bad. So, like I said, I enjoyed the way that they did it the first time around because it was really well done, and I'm really looking forward to what they do with this one. So, I'm definitely excited for it. But I know how you feel about it. So, it's definitely something that's definitely gonna have to be taken care of. All right. So next thing on our list was the fact that another new movie was recently announced, and it's for one that I think a few of us here have seen, but it's actually a relatively big one. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, done by the same studio that created Attack on Titan. or as this show is also lovingly known, is Attack on Train. Because of the fact that instead of Titans, it's zombies and it's steampunk and there's trains instead of walls. So
that sounds tight.
It really is tight.
That sounds tight.
If you've ever seen an anime, check it out. It's really dope.
It is dope. The animation is badass. There, like I said, it's very what you'd expect from Attack on Titan, but it's more steampunk styled with the way that everything works. But it's still very much, you can see the essence of where they took ideas from Attack on Titan, because the Cabaneri are like people who were infected by the zombies, but they're still human in certain aspect. They're just able to pull the strength of them. And they explain how it works very quickly on early in the show compared to Attack on Titan, which is still 3 seasons in, and we still don't fucking know. Just saying. But
damn.
Look, no one knows what's in the basement. It's been almost 6 fucking years. What's in the goddamn basement? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But they announced the new movie for Cabaneri, and it's actually going to pick up directly where the first season of the anime left off. So it's going to be a continuation of the story. It's not going to be an offshoot. It's not going to be its own separate movie or anything. It is going to continue where it did leave off. So that's a good thing, because where it ended for the first season was kind of at a high point, and it really, what they were setting up for what was coming after was something really big. And we're gonna kind of see that here in the movie, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I was low key upset when it ended right there. I was like, we're just getting into the good stuff. Oh, like they're just starting to actually like fight back. What is going on?
I know, dude. When they were making the defense right there in the big city and preparing for that siege, man. Yeah, it's gonna take place right there. So I'm excited for it. So
when is the release date?
The release date for it was stated that they're going to be showing it in Japan later this year, and it's also going to be coming to cinemas. I believe they stated in the fall. They didn't give an exact time.
Oh, that's dope. I definitely, if it comes to cinema, I'll definitely watch it.
Oh, definitely. Look, I went and saw No Game No Life 0 in theaters. I would gladly go see this one too.
Let me look this up real quick, just to see what y'all's talking about.
All right. What about you, Neth? You got any thoughts on this? I know that you enjoyed Attack on Titan, so I figured this might be something right up your league.
Well, as you know, Attack on Titan is godly, so this does sound like it's up my league, and I can't wait to watch it. When's it coming out?
The movie they stated is going to be coming out later this fall. They haven't given an exact date yet, but the entire series, the first season is already out. I believe it's on Netflix, but it's definitely something worth checking out. I know we recently told Moss about it, and he was going to look at that. So
okay, the movie's coming out. Wait, what's it? Hold on, it's on Netflix? What's it called?
I think it's on Hulu or Crunchyroll. I'm not for sure.
So it should be on Crunchyroll, because I'm looking at the Crunchyroll trailer right now.
Yeah, it's called Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Yo.
I might have to check that out. I didn't even realize the first season was out.
This looks fire.
Yeah, it came out in 2016.
The art looks amazing. Like,
yeah, dude, that's what I'm thinking. This looks fire. And I see what you guys are saying, Attack on Titan with trains.
Yeah, exactly. Attack on Train. But dude, like I love steampunk, and they handle the steampunk aesthetic so well in this universe. Like it had me so hyped when I was watching it. And like the action scenes, because oh boy, starts getting better later on in the series, but when he's learning with the girl who's showing him the princess, oh dude, she badass.
Yo, this does look fire. I'm gonna have to cop this. Check this one out, bro. Like right now, yeah, this is next on the list.
The main character is a badass in the very beginning. You can be like, oh, okay, he's a badass.
All right, yeah, your man is checking this one out. This is on
yeah,
Verve.
he's smart. He's not a fighter, but he's smart, and I love it.
Yeah.
Is it on Verve? We're about to find out if this is on Verve.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's something that you gotta watch. It came out in 2016, so it's something that will be definitely worthwhile for those who are looking for something good, who really enjoyed a lot of the.
I totally forgot about it because it came out like a couple years ago, and I watched it right when it came out.
Yep, I was watching it when it was streaming during the winter season back in 2015, 2016. Yes, man, I'm always looking.
Let me find out where this is, though. I'm like searching for this, dude. I see trailers, Funimation.
Yeah. But like I said, it was done by the same studio who did Attack on Titan. So this is what they were doing in their interim years between season 2 of Attack on Titan and season 1. They were working on this project. So it's good to see how they were able to do. I'm glad that they're getting right back into it as well. Because we do have season 3 coming out later this year, so it is going to be interesting. But this movie is something that I'm excited for, because where the series ended for the first season, it like so I was low key mad because I was like, bro, you're setting up for something big and you're not gonna do anything with it. So I hope that we get to see the siege on the city with the movie, because this is like perfect for that kind of aspect.
And you said it's on Netflix?
I believe it's on Netflix, but definitely look for it around.
VRV, I'll tell you that right now. So you're gonna be disappointed if you look there.
Wait, really? That's weird.
I just looked it up. You're gonna be real disappointed if you look there.
Man, VRV is trash. I'm sorry.
Hey,
man, that's Crunchyroll, man. And what do you expect?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's on Crunchyroll, right? So how the fuck is it on VRV?
That makes perfect sense. I don't know.
Who uses VRV?
VRV is trash.
Who uses VRV? Who using that?
And
Me, bro.
No, don't use what?
yeah, bro, I canceled that shit. Dude, Dragon Ball Super.
My many outlets. Don't worry, I got multiple outlets. That's my legal outlet. Let's just put it that way. That's my first choice.
All I'm gonna say is you should just switch to either just straight up Crunchyroll or Funimation, because those services by themselves are much better than Verve, and that's pretty disappointing.
What's worse is that I'm telling you, what's worse is that Verve is owned and run by Crunchyroll.
Exactly.
So
it's horrible.
But you know what isn't horrible? Loot crates, because those things have been really great, and I got some awesome shirts from them. I just got my new ones. Yeah, no, I just got my new ones in for this month, and it came with a Pop Team Epic shirt, and the one from last one came with a Neon Genesis Evangelion shirt, and I fucking love it.
Yo, this movie is not on Netflix either. I'm out of luck here right now.
Yo, I'm telling you, you gotta.
I'm gonna cop it one way or another.
Gotta cop it. Gotta cop it.
One way or another, like I said. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this stuff.
Yep. But I'm telling you, if y'all haven't seen it, you gotta see it. This is a series worth watching, and it's gonna be hella dope. So trust me, it's gonna be worthwhile.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Next up here is to round out our anime list of news topics. It's a game that came out a couple years back. Really big indie darling that everyone loved. Started off as a simple RPG Maker game, but it turned into something really big that everyone fell in love with. Called To the Moon. And if you don't know this game, what it's about is it's about a man who's on his deathbed, who calls a special organization that has something to rewrite people's memories. And what they do is that while they fill the people's requests and rewrite their memories to live the life that they had wanted, to help ease them into death. And the story actually followed a man who had been living on his own for a while after his wife's death, and he wanted to fulfill her wish of having gone to the moon. And it follows the researchers kind of going through his memories and having to experience what he did and rewrite these memories, so that way he would be able to live his dream of going to the moon, but still meeting his wife later on in his life. And it's a really good story because it's very emotional. And it touches all the right points, and it has one of the most beautiful soundtracks I heard, because of the original Plants vs. Zombies soundtrack. And the creator actually announced that there is a collaboration between a Chinese studio and a Japanese studio who's going to be working on the project to make it an anime film adaptation. That the Chinese company is going to be funding it, where the Japanese team will be actually doing the full production. But I thought it was a really cool thing because you don't see that happening too many, especially with something as big as an indie. I mean, yeah, there are a few big ones that have been real mainstream, like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's happening and stuff. But for something that was so small, like To the Moon, that some people may have overlooked that anyone who experienced loved. It's great to see that it's getting some notoriety years later down the road for something like this. Anyone have any thoughts on that?
I think that one, I've never played the game, but once again, when you send me these topics, I have to like research and look these up. And I looked up the trailer, and it looks like something that I'm really interested in playing. The trailer, the music in the trailer, and all the they were telling you the backstory stuff got me kind of emotional. So if they turn this into a movie, I mean, I will most likely have to check it out and watch it, because this the trailer for the game had me sucked in. So just imagine what a full movie would do. Like it would be, I would imagine it would be next level. You know what I mean? Like just that next level of emotional pull. So yeah, I think it's a great idea.
I agree completely. That, you know, that trailer alone, like you said, if that started getting you with the way that it built the ambiance with the music and the scenes that it was setting, it really does hit a very special place. And the fact that they are going to do it, I really hope that they take the time. Like it would have to be a fairly decent, I don't want them to do it too short because it would undercut a lot of the aspects, but I think a good 2-hour film would be perfect for the story, because it would give enough time to really show a lot of the attachment as they're going through these days spending with this man, going through his memories to help him fulfill his wish. And it really does just, it is one of those things of when we have that kind of thing, what it would do to people. You know, we saw how he interacted with his grandchildren and everything from the doctors who were there, but it is something special, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. When I heard this, when it was coming from the creator himself, you know, I thought, wow, that's something that's unexpected, because, you know, the game came out years ago. I think it was almost 2012, 2013 that it launched as just like a small little thing. And to see that now, it's truly something else.
I really wish this game would be able to come to the Nintendo Switch. Like it's not in their indie list. Man, if they could get a port to that, oh my goodness, that would be some next level stuff, dude. Now I'm gonna get over Steam and get on Steam, and I won't do all that.
I mean, it's worth it. I think I can't remember how much it was on Steam. I believe it's also on iOS and Android, or if you want to go GOG.
Super G.
Yeah.
What's good?
What's good?
How's your face feeling?
Man, that shit messed up, bro. I feel like 50 Cent right now, dog. Oh my goodness. But I just wanted to drop in and say what's up to you guys, because I haven't been on a podcast with you guys in like 2-3 weeks, man. So it's been rough. It's
I know.
Life is taking toll right now on me, man.
I know, but I think that's kind of par for the course with this. Someone always got stuff doing on.
Yeah, but I'm clearing up right now, so I should be all right in a minute.
Yeah.
But how's everybody doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
That's good. What topic we on, man? I want to talk about something before I get out of here.
We're talking about To the Moon, that old RPG Maker game that came out years ago that's getting an anime adaptation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The creator.
I need to check up on that.
Yeah, the creator himself actually posted up a video. He couldn't go into full details, but he said that it's a big collaboration project between a Chinese studio that's doing the funding and a Japanese studio that's going to be doing the full production. And he said that they're really big names with both their sides, so it's definitely something to check out. And something that I'm looking forward to.
Is there like a video up or something up for it?
He did put out the video that I can post up here later, but as for the trailer for the game, you can find that on YouTube.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, check it out. The trailer got me all emotional. If the trailer for a game gets you emotional, man, just imagine what the anime is gonna do. Just imagine what the anime is going to do.
No, I like stuff like that anyway, like that has more emotion to it. Right. I feel it more. You know, I don't like soulless stuff, dude. You know, so.
Right. If Assassination Classroom can make me cry at the end, man, I guarantee you this TV show can. Good Lord, Assassination Classroom got me.
There, I posted a link for it, And for anyone in the chat there and here on the show that is looking forward to it, here is the trailer for the game that they posted out from the creator back in 2011. Let that show you just how long ago this is.
Right. I saw the date on it. I was like, is that right? I had to double check it. And I was like, oh, it's right. But man, I need to cop this game.
So he started in 2011?
Yeah, he made the game back in 2011, and now after like 7 years later, it's getting a movie.
Okay, yeah, I get you. All right. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, but it's something else, man. It's something.
Hey, do I sound all right? I'm like driving home, so.
Oh, you sound good. You sound fine.
All right, cool.
Just hear the cars passing by and all.
See, I love this artwork. I'm like being slowly sucked into this artwork when it comes to like indie games now. So any indie game that looks like this has this sort of artwork to it, but RPG, sign me up. Like, so this game, I mean, I may have to get it by any means necessary. Real talk.
Dude, I mean, like, as I like matured as a gamer, dude, I'm noticing I like more games with like the artsy stuff going on with it anyway, dude. Because like Ori and the Blind Forest, like probably like 8-9 years ago, I wouldn't have liked the game like that. I wouldn't have paid it any attention, but like that game was one of the best games I played, dude. That game was so legit. And like there's many other ones that's like that. Like there was this game called Rise and Shine. If you guys get a chance to check that game out, it's a little indie game, dude. That game was so dope, dude. And it was kind of like parodying like a lot of stuff like Nintendo. It like yo, especially Nick, you should check it out, bro. Give that game a chance, bro. That game will like blow your mind, bro. That game is a trip.
Yeah, yeah. The game looks tight.
Yeah, but
you played it?
No, I ain't played it. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh yeah, Rise and Shine is dope, dude. Like it's crazy.
Okay,
yeah,
it actually has a character that's like a bootleg Mario and stuff like that. Like you'll like it, dude. I mean, it's kind of like shits on Nintendo a little bit, but you gotta get where it's going. But it's dope, tight. Dude. But
yeah, but like I was saying, man, like it's great to see that something like this is still able to get recognition and some love years down the road, and that they're doing something like this because, man, that when I watched that game, probably one of my favorite YouTubers, Cry, played through it. Like that game had me so choked up as I was watching it progress, dude. It was something else, like truly something special. And I was just like, no, man. By the time it ended, I was like teary-eyed, just like you were at the end of Assassination Classroom, dude. I told you at the end, by the last episode, I told you I was straight like bawling because it was just so hard. Because it was so good.
I didn't. Man, shut up.
It's okay. Super G knows what I'm talking about. He watched it too.
Man, I was all cool with it until
no doubt
until Nagisa decided to lose it, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man, can't do that."
Yep, telling you, man,
it's all Nagisa's fault.
Neth, I know you over there with your mic muted, trying to hide, trying to figure out what we're talking about.
I'll check it out in the future.
Resident fraud over here.
Hey, I gotta represent up his leg.
It's not Neatalise, it's Fraudalise right here.
Yeah,
over here.
Fraudalise. Screenshotting over here.
He's putting up them gifts that he don't know what he's talking about.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's what we can always accept back from this man over here. So, you got anything to add on this?
I wasn't even here. What y'all talking about?
To the moon. Look it up.
I can't laugh, dude.
Okay. Y'all was talking. Okay, I know y'all. Well, I'll check it out. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You gotta love. So when he's in it, he's just like, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll just do it later. At least when he says he'll do it later, he actually does it. Unlike a certain fraud.
Oh no!
I can't even deny it. I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Man, that was some shade, bro. Some other fraud in here. Man, that was some shade thrown.
So when you make his character, just put Fraudalise underneath for his name.
Fraudalise.
I approve of this.
I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that to my boy. I can't do that.
Hey, so Boruto's trash.
Okay, now I can do it. Instead of you having a Kobe mask, I'm gonna put like a bleach mask, like a bleach hot mask.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I got you. I'll hook you up.
Man.
He's getting you that hookup now.
You know what though? I can't speak on Boruto now, but I know when I started watching it back, I don't know, a couple months ago, like 6 months ago. Yeah, it was kind of bad though. I ain't gonna lie. I was just like, no.
But see, my roommate's been watching it, and he says now it's getting good. I'm like, but it's like episode 60. I was like, why we gotta wait 60 episodes for it to get good?
And that's the thing. And that's the thing.
Let's talk about Super. They showed two. Well, they showed what was it? 2 arcs that we already seen in the movie.
But the difference is at least Super retold the movies that were interesting. I was
gonna say that. Super did do that, and that's where you just skip over like the first like 40 episodes and start up like.
Yeah, you watch one or 2 movies and you'll be caught up.
Yeah, Vegeta with a pacifier in his mouth.
Yeah, that's a filler arc though.
Come on, I wasn't no filler. Hear that? Super doesn't have any
Don't you have in the Naruto fillers?
Super doesn't have no fillers.
It does.
Look, why is it for every 3 episodes of the action that we get in Boruto, we have 15 episodes of them walking around in like cat hoodies?
Because they are living life. They are cute.
living life, bro. That's like
war. War is in that world. They are living life. Let them little ass kids live life.
Oh, but why wasn't you saying that about Naruto? So they was getting straight into it.
I think Soul is gathering nature energy to damage control this shit.
Because in Naruto they was in a war-torn world at that time. They were struggling.
Naruto's literally the prince of the Hokage. There's gonna be troubles with them. I mean, come on, man. People want to kill that dude.
They do have trouble. You gotta watch. You gotta understand. You gotta read the manga.
Look. All that matters is that we already know that they already trying to get Sarada and Boruto together. It don't matter at this point. They're just doing. They're just reading.
His love for each other.
Exactly. And transfer to their kids.
They just stop trying to hook people up and hook that fucking show up, make it better. Trying to hook relationships up.
So look. The Boruto has no room to squeeze around because Black Clover started out slow, but after 10 episodes, they went straight into it.
Dude, Black Clover started out real slow.
I bet Boruto beat Naruto back in the day.
You probably could. We already know Boruto's stronger.
But his show isn't interesting.
Yeah. Oh. Look, I'm pretty sure that Boruto's sister, I can't even remember her name, could probably beat up Naruto back in the day.
Oh, you're talking about yeah, she could.
Yeah.
She knocked him out.
She got that Byakugan. I like her. I like when she beat up. I like when she beat. Yeah, I like when she beat up Boruto when he was like messing with her, and she found him in the closet, just beat the shit out of him. That was funny.
She one punch KO'd Naruto.
Yeah, she did. She did.
She really did.
No, I'm not doubting that show can't be great. I'm just saying when I stopped watching it, it was not, dude. It wasn't. Like I was just like, and it didn't like leave me hope to think that maybe I'll come back to it. I just didn't want to care for that shit anymore.
You gotta give it time to process.
Okay, but to be fair, and we'll end it.
Let me ask you though. Let me cut you off, Nee, real quick.
Let
me ask you how much time do I gotta give it though? Just let me know. Like is it 40 episodes? 50 episodes? I'm being real though. I mean, y'all laughing. I just really want to know because I mean, it's good. I'm always up for good anime, bro. I'm always up for it.
So like, listen, you still gotta wait more.
Look, even if you give it 50 episodes, that didn't work out for Bleach.
Hold on, Slim. We ain't doing that right now. We ain't talking about what? You telling me I gotta watch 2 seasons before I get good?
Oh no! Oh no!
Sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice, you know.
Oh, man.
I did that for Bleach. Like first 24 episodes, fine. The next 75, while they're stuck in the Soul arc, no Soul Society. I ain't doing that shit again.
If people can watch the Just Rosa arc for like 4 years, they can wait for Naruto to get good.
Well, we agree the One Piece anime became trash at that point. Like, oh my god.
Nah, I'm not hearing none of that.
Nah, that One Piece anime fucked up.
Oh no.
Okay, I will end it with this statement, and we'll move on. But I will say this: you make fun of Dragon Ball Super all the time, but you will not acknowledge that Boruto is trash. So going on here.
At least you said that.
I'm gonna back you up real quick. You know what? His gripes with Super is warranted because that shit was trash. It was all nostalgia.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't admit that Boruto's also trash.
Nah, because it has great fights.
But then Super had great fights. Then you gonna say that?
Black Arc had great fights. It was trash.
It did because it was trash.
Oh, there's some fuckery going on here.
I want to say that. I want to say that.
It was only 20 seconds. It was only
got some time fuckery going on here with Soul.
It was only 20 seconds.
Oh, man.
Anytime 20 seconds. We had
even your network know you on some bullshit right now. That's over here.
Anytime Dragon Ball with that gif, like he has a Naruto 50 episodes in, and you see like Gaara and
versus Rock Lee, and then you see Sarada and whatever her name is in the cat suit. Yeah,
like what the fuck? Come on, bro. Like compared to Naruto, that shit's trash.
We got it. Let's go to the next topic. There's no need.
You gotta love when we get it. Anytime the Dragon Ball or Boruto comes up, you know it gets hot over here. Y'all always get heated on this. All right, next.
It's just above the trash level, and Super is below.
Okay. they both tiptoe. No. Well, yes, we do because they tiptoe on the line. Because if you look at like Arrow Manga Sensei, that's straight dumpster garbage. That is a landfill of trash.
Oh, shit.
All right,
y'all keep arguing. I'm over here trying to get to. I'm trying over here trying to buy to the moon. Steam right now. While y'all had that argument, I've been over here just downloading Steam. On my bag. I had all this time.
You over there trying to play the PS3 version of PS4 version of No Man's Sky, dog, hoping it looked like the Xbox one.
Oh no!
Oh no! All right. Next topic. So. Now, we all know our love here of superheroes and everything good about it, and we've all been talking about Marvel recently. Well, the early reports right now for the next big one, Captain Marvel, is actually something interesting, is that a lot of people from the set, a lot of early writers and everything else state that they're going to do that with Captain Marvel. They're doing more than everything else that they've done in the past and what they plan on doing in the future post Avengers 4. They want to do something different that subverts the one and done, been there, done that we've kind of seen some here and there throughout the past Marvel films, and that they're actually doing something very unique with her, not just being just the first female lead, but also wanting to do something very unique that makes sense to a character like Captain Marvel. With these early reports, does that make you more anticipated for the film and what they're going to be doing with it? You want to start it off since you haven't got to talk much?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't really pay attention. I'm pulling up to get my prescription.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying?
Neth, you want to take this one then?
What was the topic?
You frauding right now. I was saying that right. I was saying that early reports right now, Captain Marvel, is that they're doing something unique.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel. Yeah. Make it bigger than Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, they're doing something that changes the one and done and been there, done that they've had in the past. They want to do something that really subverts the genre, besides her just being a female lead. With a character like Captain Marvel, how do you feel about that?
I mean, that'd be awesome if they do that, because like more power to women, getting an actual superhero role rather than being, a damsel in distress or whatever. But I will say, I don't know if they can necessarily top Wonder Woman like the report said, because
that's what
Wonder Woman was like a phenomenon when it came out. Like Wonder Woman was a badass in that film, and like Captain Marvel will be a badass, yes. But like going up second,
she seemed to came out, yeah, exactly. She seemed to came out at the perfect time where like women are on the uprise about their power and whatnot.
Yep.
So like
I don't know if Captain Marvel can get that.
Like, yeah, because it's already been struck. Like Wonder Woman already struck the goal, bro. So I'm not saying her movie can't be good and it can't stand for what it's gonna stand for, but it's just like we're not saying it won't be revolutionary. Something different. Yeah, I don't see that dethroning Wonder Woman like that.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm still really looking forward to this movie, and
yeah.
I hear the directors, who are actually pretty good directors, they're going to do something pretty special with this one. So I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, no doubt. I like Captain Marvel as a character. So.
Yeah, I love Captain Marvel. I've always said I've been in love with Carol Danvers. That's one of my favorites, like for real. So I'm really anticipated for this one. And I mean, along with that, they also stated that they want to bring the current Miss Marvel on into her own film later too. So we're gonna see the first Muslim American superhero with Kamala Khan, who's the current Miss Marvel, also making an appearance in the MCU as well later down the line. So they're definitely double down on what they're trying to do with inclusion and diversity, and with the characters that we've already seen recently, a lot of people love them. What are your thoughts on it, Nick?
Just don't screw it up. That's my thoughts on it, man. That's just been like I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do with the movie. Just don't screw it up. That's my thoughts, really. Because like you said, they nailed it out of the park with Wonder Woman. It'll be a shame if they ruin this movie. And that's just like you said, this is a chance for them just to ruin another female superhero movie. Like I don't want that. I want this movie to be really good. So that's all my thoughts on this. Just don't mess this one up. Just don't.
Yep, I feel you. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, all right. And sorry, I just said Wonder Woman. I'm a fraud. But Captain Marvel has a lot to prove because she's gonna be a big Phase 4 character. So like this is almost an introduction to Phase 4. Would you guys agree with that?
I would definitely say so, because with a lot of the main Marvel Avengers wanting to retire their mantle, like we said before, that Captain Marvel took over as the leader of the Avengers after Cap stepped down, so it would make sense that they have her as the next big face for the Avengers from here on.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't screw it up.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, I mean, how many fuck ups has Marvel really had besides, Iron Fist? How many times have they proven that they can get the shit right?
Yep.
Hey, I'm with you.
That's very true.
Just don't screw it up, because like you said, if you screw this up, it's over.
Yep, that's very true. That is very true. What do you think on it, Soul? All right, good talk. Yeah. Good talk. We'll get them later. But I think right now with the early reports, that bodes well. I hope they do something really big with it. I hope they do it right. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel, as she's one of my favorite superheroes and favorite superheroines. And with her being as strong as she is the most powerful in the Marvel universe. So they have to do this character justice the right way.
Or it'll be no
more. I don't think it won't be anymore, but it's gonna be a big setback.
Yeah, big setback. And as you said, you're just a big fan of the character. So didn't they say they were going to change up the origin? How would you feel about that?
See, I'm already looking interested, because we've seen how they changed the origins for quite a few villains and heroes in the past already. So I'm interested to see how this one is, because they're not using the wish fulfillment machine that the Kree use whenever they experiment on someone who has Kree DNA. If they want to be superheroes, they're taking that aspect of her origin out. So it's going to be a little bit different. So I want to see what they're going to do with it. So it'll be interesting, because we've seen how they've done Thanos, and we've seen how they've done Killmonger, which is everyone's favorite origin rewrites for movies. So I'm looking forward to what they do with this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty. So next up on our last list of news before we get into our juicy music, that
juicy
indeed, that, as we all know, we all have our qualms with DC movies, but we've all gone on record about how much we love the CW and DC TV shows. And well, we know that for the past few years, they've been doing big crossover episodes that stem across all the shows for really big events. Well, they just announced ahead of time from Stephen Amell, as well as the the CEO of the CW network, that this year's big crossover event, but across all 4 of their shows, is actually going to introduce Batwoman into the Arrowverse. So we've seen for years that they've been teasing, you know, that Gotham City exists. They've stated Bruce Wayne and all this and that. We've known that there's a Batman that exists on Kara Danvers' Earth and Supergirl. But now we're actually getting our first actual view of someone from the Bat family with Batwoman. And the early reports is that it may actually be Kate Kane, which is probably my favorite version of Batwoman. With these early reports, does that bode well for anyone? Is anyone else excited by this news?
I got a question. Is that version of Batwoman, that's the one that like actually kills people, right?
Kate Kane has killed someone, yes, but she's also the one who's yeah, because the other one who killed after her was Cassie, her daughter.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's dope. I just actually hope that we see like other people like Batman and stuff like that. So it gives us hope that they're building the universe up some more.
Yeah, it's definitely something. So I love what they're doing with it, with them introducing Batwoman into the Arrowverse, but we don't know if it's going to be in their current universe or if it's going to be like last year's with Crisis on Earth X, if it's going to be in a different Earth or anything like that. But it is still going to be interesting that we are finally seeing our first version on screen of one of the Bat family, because for years they were teasing Nightwing, but that never happened. So with them introducing someone as big as Batwoman, that would be interesting to see for sure. What are your thoughts on it, Neth?
Oh, what the? Okay, I thought my mic was muted there for a second. But anyways, yeah, Batwoman coming to the Arrowverse and all that, awesome, the CW verse, because as you said, the Bat family should have been in the CW verse, and I think it's because of the whole Gotham rights thing. But you know, I hope to see a lot of those bigger characters in there, like Batman. We saw a little bit of Superman in the beginning of Supergirl, like it was like kind of a tease. And you know, I just hope a lot of them, because as we said, the CW gets DC right. Like, it's ironic as hell. They're the most low-budget, shoestring budget thing out there, but they know the character. The cinematic universe can see how these big characters can be done on the small screen and maybe get the right idea how to do them on the big screen after.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that we're seeing that with just the way that they handle these ongoing stories and everything else, they've been doing really well with the DC shows. And you know, Batwoman is definitely probably not a character that we're going to see for the longest time. So it's definitely good that we're going to see her in some aspects portrayed, because, you know, there's so many characters that we haven't really gotten to see to come to full fruition. You know, Huntress, we didn't really get to see shine that well. And the TV show. So this is something that I really hope they do well with Batwoman. What are your thoughts on it, G? All right.
I think you had to jump out, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah, it looked like he dropped out. Yep. All right. All right. Well, yeah. But like I said, it's one of those things that's going to be interesting here for everything, because one, I really do love Kate Kane, because one, she's very interesting because of the fact that, one, she's very opposite of Bruce. You know, she's not his counterpart or his exact copy or anything like that. She's very, very skilled, as well as she uses a lot more of hers and not afraid to hold back. She really is not. And in the current iteration, yeah.
I got a question. Is Gotham on CW?
No, Gotham's on Fox.
On Fox, okay. No, that was
probably should be CW though.
Yeah, but but Kate is not afraid to kill in some aspects, definitely. And I always loved her design.
I hope they do her some justice. They make her like a good character. And hopefully we get to see some hints of like people that she worked with.
Yeah, because we already know that they've introduced their own version of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. We've seen that. Yep. Let's hope that we start to see more, because we have Martian Manhunter. We have almost a lot of the Justice League. So I mean, the only ones we're missing is a Green Lantern.
I think they're so afraid to do Green Lantern. It's not even funny.
I would not be surprised. I'm honestly not surprised that they would be scared to do a Green Lantern. But it's one of those things. So I really hope that they do it well as well. Like, this is a character that deserves to be well respected and can have a lot of implications on what they can bring in with the future. But I just kind of wonder what the story is that they're going to do to introduce, Batwoman.
Yeah, I think they've been dropping hints on like the Bat family for a while. Like I remember back in the Flash season 2 with like the whole Zoom arc, and when he went to the parallel universe, we saw on the phone when he was talking to his mom that there was also a button to like I think it was Batman. So like they've been teasing this for a while, and I'm glad it's coming full circle. And as I said earlier, I really do hope this allows them to bring bigger DC characters slowly but surely.
Yeah, because I really like the way that they did Vandal Savage. I know a lot of people didn't like him, but I really like Yeah, I like the way that they did Vandal Savage, especially with the actor who portrayed him was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think he was from Spartacus, but yeah, no, I think I like the take they do on a lot of these heroes because remember the CW is like a lower budget thing, guys. So it's going to be different. It's not going to be exactly comic accurate because they don't have the budget to do it in that big way. But for what they got, they do them well, in my opinion. And as you said, they're getting almost all the Justice League characters so far. So they can do their own thing and use the Justice Society because someone owns like the Justice Society like mansion or whatever, right? I think I remember seeing that in a crossover. I think the Flash owns something like that, right?
I actually don't know. I really don't watch the crossovers that much. I just watch the solos.
No, I watched the crossovers, and the Flash had like it's like a Justice Society fucking house or whatever.
Oh, yeah, well, they've shown the Justice Society of America during the Legends season 2.
Yeah.
And we saw them, the original team up from the 40s, and then we also kind of saw the plaque there in the police department on the Flash. They've shown the JSA for a while.
Yeah, and it'd be cool if they formed the JSA instead of being Justice League. They'll be the Justice Society, to be different and kind of like have their own CW thing.
I mean, it would be interesting, especially if you've seen like the most recent shows. Like if you kept up with this season, I'm really looking forward to what they're doing because. Especially this past season of Arrow has gotten so good, and where it is at right now, like with the big reveal and everything from the last episode, I think they could definitely lead into that.
Okay, Bloody, you got to help me here. Maybe Soul. So I stopped Arrow after they did the whole Batman, what was it, Batman thing where like, Batman Begins. Who the hell was the villain again?
Not Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, Arrow did the whole Ra's al Ghul thing and just made it Arrow instead of Batman. Well, did I pick up the show after that because I hated that season a lot.
Why not? Because the fact that Ra's al Ghul did train Ollie as well. He learned from the League of Assassins after he studied under.
I don't have a problem with that. I thought that season was like really shitty. So like, when does the show get good again after that?
I have to agree. I have to agree. Like, it was just to the point where I'm like, I think
I hate Olicity a lot.
They're trying too hard at this point, and I think it probably did definitely get better like later on, but I actually stopped watching Arrow and I only watched the Flash. So
yeah, even the Flash is getting a little shittier to be honest with you. Like I stopped watching the season.
I stopped watching. The funny thing about it, I stopped watching the Flash after. What was the villain who was like the smartest, fastest mind? What was his name?
That's the Thinker. That's this current season.
See, like, yeah,
I don't know. Like the few episodes I saw in a row, kind of just had bad writing. But that's not to say. Even though I haven't finished Black Lightning, that show was phenomenal. That's the CW's future right there. Like they gotta pick up the pace with the other shows right now.
Yeah, Black Lightning was amazing, man.
That show's phenomenal.
Before we go on, hang on. I have some breaking news because I'm just getting this from someone. One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 1 is going to be screened early in August in Japan. So a lot of people are expecting that it's going to be coming out either in the fall or winter season of this year.
Oh, man. What? Okay. Whoa. Where'd you get this news at?
Well, I guess if it's coming out August in Japan, somebody's gonna find like make sub for it, and we're gonna probably get like a week later. Honestly, somebody's gonna.
Yeah, I got a message from someone I know on the R anime subreddit who saw this post up because it's showing that they're doing a special One Punch Man School Festival for a Jam Project Live on August 12th at Omiya Sonic Great Hall there in Japan. Ooh, boy, it's about goddamn time. I'm not gonna lie, that news actually has me really excited.
I mean, it is a lot. It is about time. It's long due. That is a long overdue. Man, that's good news. I'm excited. I'm excited for that one. But I wonder what they're gonna do with this one. I wonder what they're gonna do with this season. Is it gonna be more of the same? Saitama just doing Saitama shit, or there's actually gonna be like an actual struggle in this season?
Yeah. I think he's actually going to struggle a little bit. Like for the first season, to build him up to be so OP, and now he's going to learn that there's other characters that can do shit, that can put you almost in your place or whatever, and train you up to even be stronger.
Right? Or will it be more the same and will be even more goofier, and will this be more about him climbing up the ranks to be an S class?
I think it's going to be a mixture of both. It's going to have a lot of goofiness, but he's also going to start climbing a lot too. But speaking of One Punch Man, that's fucking phenomenal. It's coming back. I think we also forgot about the news that Dragon Ball Heroes is becoming an anime.
Oh yeah, yes. Dragon Ball Heroes about to be better than Dragon Ball Super 10 times better.
Yeah, about to say, because Dragon Ball Heroes is all the fan fiction you want, and it's done really cool. Like you see everything, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan Blue. It's like it's your dreams come true.
Look, all I want is Super.
The thing about Dragon Ball Heroes is they actually have like they actually had like an in-depth story. Like they got like a wiki of characters, like ancient characters that they always been talking about and stuff like that. Like it's super dope.
Well, I'm ready for that one. We'll see how well that goes, but I am excited for that one.
I know you're watching the English right now.
The only
I know
I have about One Punch Man is the studio. Hopefully everything's good. So we just have to wait.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something to wait because it is not going to be Madhouse doing it. But I want to see what the new studio does. I hope they're able to work well and be able to hold a lot of what made the first one done, from the way that they animated, from the facials and everything else. I really hope that they can hold up. So So what we see from this episode 1 from the special event is definitely going to be a very big kind of make or break moment to see how everyone's going to feel about it.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I am excited for it. That is one I am excited. I thought about that the other day. Man, I'd love to see another One Punch Man.
It's been so long.
I remember like even on Hulu, like that's where I watch a lot of anime or whatever when I do watch anime. But my sister always sees that One Punch Man as a suggestion legally. As a suggestion, and she's always like, "When's One Punch Man coming back?" And I'm finally glad it's really coming back, and we got like a somewhat solid season for it.
Yeah, so hopefully we're with it showing early, because typically when they've done early shows, that they'll actually bring it out within the next few months from there. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see it. Because I remember I was talking about it back in January that they were doing the live action Mob Psycho TV show that was premiering on Netflix in Japan. Well, it just got announced here that actually next week on the 25th that it'll officially be on Netflix here in the US and the UK. So we'll be seeing the Mob Psycho 100 live action as well here shortly. So if they're showing it in August for the new season 2, it'll definitely be around the October to November time when the winter season starts that we may be seeing the second season. So that's finally really good news to see when we'll actually be seeing it.
Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, dude, that has me hyped. So to the man who gave me that information, you the best right now. Honestly,
you the MVP of the show.
Yeah.
You the real MVP.
yeah. He the MVP right now, because he sent that to me and I got the alert right now on my phone. So I was just like, woo! I got excited.
100 watch list. Sorry, keep going.
But I think we've gone through all of our topics and had that nice bit of juicy good news to go through here to get everyone's excited. So let's go ahead and get into the real thing that we've all been wanting to talk about. And it's the one that makes Nick over here get all excited, and that's music.
Yes, sir.
We all love music here, and we've all been talking, and especially this season, a lot of the shows out right now have been killing it on their soundtracks, from their openings to endings, and even the songs that they have playing and from their OSTs for the episodes themselves. And it's been just so good that it got me thinking about some of the music from past years and older shows on what did what right, and just, you know, what gets everyone excited. And I think this is the perfect time because we all have a wide range of shows. Of course, we all have the ones that we all love to gush about together, but we've all seen have very different shows that we've all talked about. And I think it's time to take a little trip down memory lane. And I know, Nick, you're the most excited about this. So why don't you go ahead and start off?
What do you want me to start off with?
Just go anywhere. What's some of your favorite music? Like, especially what have you kept up with anything that's currently running right now?
Let's just start recently here. Black Clover. Those openings right now, you may not like the anime, you may think it's cheesy, you may whatever, but the openings on those and even the closing are just absolute fire, bro. I mean, it is unreal. Like, every time it gets me hyped, the opening gets me hyped, the closing, every time I want to punch somebody in the face. It is that's a good one right now. That's probably my favorite right now. And then kind of My Hero, the opening, but we discussed this in our chat. Like, I don't like the composition of what they did with that.
Well, which opening though? Because the first opening is fucking fire.
No, the newest one.
The first one and the second season one was dope, dude.
Yeah.
Well, My Hero has a lot of openings. So you mean
the newest opening for the newest season?
Yeah, he's talking about Oddworld.
The Oddworld. That one was dope, but I was talking to Bloodie and like your text. I was like, dude, I like this opening, but I like the composition of the original song better. But the opening was kind of tight. But
I'm really glad you brought that one up.
Because we were actually talking about it, is that he sent me the full song, and the way that the full song is, it's good, but we see why they had to remix it a little bit for the opening for My Hero. And I like the My Hero mix, but I've stated, and I was telling him this, is that my issue with the opening for the new season of My Hero is the fact of the sync is off for what's going on with the screen with the song. And there was that video that me and you, Neth, found was with the song, but the sync's better. And it fits it much better that way.
And that's what we need to talk about with this whole opening thing. Because openings is a bigger thing than you guys think. You think it's all about the song. That's how my sister usually judges these. But to me, a huge part of an opening is the fucking animation that goes along with it, the sync. Yep. Because if the animation isn't all the best, if it isn't all that interesting, the song isn't the best. Like, let's talk about My Hero again. We saw the opening one, phenomenal. They did perfect with that. Perfect opening. But then the second opening came out for the beginning of season 2, and we saw, while the song is good, actually, the animation's trash. Like, for the most part, it's them stretching and shit. So as we can see, the animation sync has a huge part to play with these openings to make you to remember them.
And that's part of the reason why the Black Clover openings are what they are, because that stuff is fire, bro. The music, it just everything about it. The anime is like, dude, it's unreal. Like how much that does matter when it comes to opening, and it gets my attention. But like I was telling him, like it's got to be really hype, and then the music composition's got to be really, really solid. That's the two things. And I mean, most anime openings that they pick are actually real artists that, you know, they put their music in there. And so I think that has a lot to do with why these openings are so dope, because I was talking to a buddy at work, because we were listening, me and my friend. All right, so me and my friend, his name's Alex, we talk about anime a lot at work. And then there's an old dude that stands next to us that like hates it because he's old and like doesn't want to listen to Japanese singing, and he thinks it's just weird. And so we'll be listening to this. I'll be like, bro, this stuff is fire. Like, and he'll look at me, and he's a black guy, and he'll be like, man, how can you listen to that? And I looked at him, I said, bruh, I I made a joke with them because we were just fine. I go next to black people. I was like, Japanese people are probably the second best at composing music and writing music and understanding music. I made this big joke, but it's 100% true. Like the history of Japanese music is unreal, and the fact that they just compose what they do, even if you don't understand it, like you gotta appreciate the art of it. It is some next level stuff. Like in my opinion, it's unreal. Like how
even when
Japanese,
you get the lyrics, like and you get to like the English lyrics to their songs, dude, it's legit. Like
it's like legit,
they put so much emotion. Yeah,
and then the music, like the way Japanese culture like went from, because like I was looking it up, and like they used to have a pentatonic scale and a 7-note scale, and then that was like the whole traditional scale, and then they learned the 12-tone chromatic scale from like Italy, and they incorporated that. Like there's just so much in the Japanese music that they can take and use. It's just unreal. It really is. They're like spot on when it comes to composing music. It's like nothing compares to it in my opinion.
Agreed. It is truly something special, man. With the way that with all that, it's you went more in depth with it than a lot of us else could really talk about. Because while I know music, I don't know it on that level. So definitely, like I said, this is your moment to shine here. This is all you.
Well, it's not all me, but I will say this much: like, man, like if we like currently Black Clover, My Hero, like classic anime themes, bro. Man, there is just too many to count. But like my favorites, Full Metal Alchemist, clearly, Eureka 7. We talked about
same here.
Eureka 7, the openings there. Even the second opening, I can't remember who did that second opening.
And that one was pretty good too.
That one was fire as well, dude. Like there's just so many good openings. Like you sent me Tokyo, because I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul. So
the new one's dope.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul, the first one, and Re. I haven't seen Re's yet,
but
those two are phenomenal.
Bro, that one is fire, bro. Fire.
And like the second one was trash.
Like
Route A's opening. I recently rewatched it to give it another chance. I'm just like, nope, this is still garbage. I'm just like,
it was very. I started skipping that one. I didn't like it.
Me too.
Like he sent me Re, and like I was listening to it, and like the singing, and like the beginning where she starts singing, she's singing something, I can't remember what key it's in, but then it augments to a completely other key at the end, at the beginning after the first phrase, and then all of a sudden I'm trying to like listen to it and get into it and like kind of soak it in, and all of a sudden like they are in some weird time signature, and I believe it's in like 11. And like that shit blew my mind on that opening. I was like, "What am I listening to?" Like I couldn't soak it in. It was unreal. So that man, it was crazy.
She started singing in Super Soprano. It was a high female voice with a light tone, and then they brought down the beat by deepening it and then making it fast paced in the way that they sing.
Exactly,
was just
and it was in the key signature of 11, which you probably don't. I mean. 4/4, 3/4. It's in the key signature of 11, I believe, because I was trying to count it and I could not count. Like that's how it was blowing my mind. I was like, I believe it was in 11, but it was unreal. Some next level stuff, dude. It was. I actually enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one was absolutely just. When I first heard it, I was just like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Right,
and this was before I even heard it, because it was before I started watching Re, because of the fact that I was waiting on it. And it was right after the season started, and Soul sent us a message saying, "Dude, everyone is fucking loving the opening to Tokyo Ghoul Re." He's just like, that video is like 2 days old and already has like millions of views on it. We're just like, wait, what? And we check it out, and it's already like mad, like popped with all sorts of views on it, and that was on the official channel too. It was crazy, man, and it's well good. And then, of course, I also sent you the Glassy Skies from the Tokyo Ghoul OST. Yeah, but I sent you that one from the OST, and that one is such an amazing song. Like it really is. And when they played it in season 1 and then again in season 2, like when they had it, it was at like the perfect moments, because you can hear that from the low key piano aspect. And what was interesting about that about the way that song was constructed is that it didn't have a set pace. It didn't have a set tempo or anything like that. I was actually reading into that one, is that it was a very kind of improv on the way that they had the notes sound.
Yeah, okay. I just counted it out. My bad. It alternates between 5 and 6, and there's a 7 in there somewhere, and it still blows my mind that I can't keep up.
Hear this man, he knows his music. He knows his music. It's perfect for this.
It's ridiculous. But yeah,
it's all
that
about
was tight, dude. Right. That one's tight. But what about anybody else? Like, what are your classics? What are your favorites?
Yeah, let me go ahead with my list.
He got a list.
Naruto.
Oh,
How does
yeah, forget to mention Naruto.
That's a fraudulent list.
Yeah. I mean, his number 5 is One Piece because he likes that pirate rap.
Yo, gotta go.
Samurai Champloo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I don't even like the
dude.
anime, but
there
that
you go,
one
my
good.
dude. That one, oh my god.
Hold on, what? You don't like the anime? You need your ass kicked.
It's
What?
just boring to me, man. I don't know.
Whoa,
Bruh,
whoa.
get out. Nah, man. You done. Nah, man. No. That anime is dope. But
What?
Dude, how can you hate Battle Cry, bro?
Right.
I don't know. The show's is boring, man. I tried watching it. I mean, I watched it twice, I think. I just can't get into it. I've seen the whole show.
I'm about to lose my shit right now.
Yo,
I'm about to kick myself out.
What else is on that list, man? What else is on that? What else is on that one?
He only chose the big 3. That's what he chose.
Oh no, man. Here's one. I'll talk real quick because I can't stop talking.
Oh, but hold on. That Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening 1, phenomenal.
Yes.
It's not bad to rewrite though.
Well, I think Claymore also had a good opening. There's a lot of good openings.
Asian Kung Fu Generation. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
That one's fire, dude.
Yep.
That one's fire.
That's one of the best.
That one's one of the best ones. And one thing is that one. Like, have any of you heard of a band called Under Oath?
Yeah, I've heard Under Oath.
It sounds like if an Asian version of Under Oath wrote that song. That's what Rewrite sounds like.
Under Oath is dope. Aren't they like? Well, that's a different topic, but yeah.
I just went and saw them. I just went and saw them this Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. But
that's what is Gillespie still drumming for him?
Yep, he came back.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm glad that y'all brought up Samurai Champloo, is because, dude, Samurai Champloo is probably one of my favorite series because the animation was probably one of the most well done, and that had one of the best opening style cinematics I've seen. And dude, come on, that is what was one of the very biggest mix of like lo-fi style hip hop, especially in anime, dude. Like, it's great.
100%. That's what got me going, dude.
Come on. Oh no!
What is that background? Oh shit!
And then another classic one I like a lot, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, dude, come on! If you don't like Tank, you got a problem, bro. You need to get out
that
now.
whole soundtrack, dude. If you listen to that whole OST, dude, it is like some next level awesome, like just straight up jazz composition. Dude, it's one of the best.
See, and I'm glad that we brought that up because a lot of the 2000s and older, like 90s animes had very unique soundtracks because they did things that were very experimental. Like when we were talking about Samurai Champloo, that style had with Nujabes doing that lo-fi style hip hop really set the very unique tone for what Samurai Champloo did. And then if you look at like Cowboy Bebop, that had a jazz tone. While it was very much a space western, it still had a lot of that jazz aspect that gave it such a unique feel to the story and the way that the music presented itself. So I loved those older style animes with the way that they presented their music with a lot of that good stuff, you know?
And we got somebody in the chat saying, "Hey guys, what's up? Have you all heard about the brand new She-Ra animated series from Netflix? She-Ra, thoughts?"
No, I actually did not know about that.
Oh, thank God. That way I don't look like a fraud.
I think he's talking about... Oh, okay. He's talking about She-Ra, Princess of Power. Okay. No, I did not know that was getting a Netflix series. I'll have to look into that. She-Ra was basically the female version of He-Man.
Nice. I haven't seen it. Like Neth, I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
Back to this music, though.
Yeah.
Wait, who listed their list of music already?
Nick's been listing off his, and we had to shut down Neth because he was using only the big three on his fraud list.
Oh, really?
Title. It just said Naruto.
Come on.
Here's what's worse. Here's what's worse is I told y'all a week ago. I said make a good list of stuff from now and before that you really liked, and he just chose the big three and chose 5 songs, and that was it.
That Dylan list. He was like Dylan.
Why? Because I speak on
the best 5 rappers in the world. Dylan. Yeah.
Hey. I made this shit entertaining though. Anyways, One Punch Man's opening, that was fucking dope as shit.
Yes.
Listed off My Hero's opening are all pretty good.
Which one?
The first one's the best one. First one's the best one.
Let me tell you something right now. Here's one that really got I absolutely hated, and it almost ruined the anime for me, and that was Assassination Classroom's first opening.
I will say that the first opening was very, very upbeat, and it did have its aspects, but the second one was much better.
Fire.
I like the second
one was fire. Third one, fire. But dude, that one almost killed it for me. I almost stopped watching it. That's how big music is to me. If the opening is booty, if it wasn't for you telling me dude, just watch it, it's fine. And I would have stopped watching it just from that opening. I was like, yep. Over.
Yeah, openings can make or break a show.
For real.
Some of the cinematics that come out in the opening helps sell the show. Because if you got an opening segment, and the theme is going, and then the action and the theme kind of sucks, you're it kind of throws the whole thing off. That's what you're saying about the whole sync of the music and the the fight or whatever's going on. That's super important.
Yeah, it really can have such a big impact, and I think it's something that's so very overlooked, especially in nowadays, especially with binging, people just kind of skip over stuff, or really people don't pay attention to openings because they become so simplified. But anime still holds that very unique spot, is that their openings constantly are changing with their seasons. Even for ongoing shows, they have a new opening or new ending, every few episodes, every 12, 13 episodes, sometimes every 20, and that they always give unique aspects because they really do have a big impact. And one of the ones that we talked about before, especially for me, is look at Blue Exorcist. Now we've all stated our qualms with Blue Exorcist, at least with the first season, as the story aspect. But the opening was phenomenal for the first one. The first opening was simply great. I loved it. It did sell the aspect of the story, very school life, but still very hardcore rock. And what they would expect. And then they had opening 2, which was even better. Sold more of the intense action of it. And really made it a little bit more grungier. But what really sold it too was the endings. The endings are still a big aspect. And I personally loved Blue Exorcist's endings, is because the first one was very, very fun, very lighthearted, and everyone loves Takeoff. Everyone knows ready for the takeoff, because that song is just very, very fits the tone of what they fit with it. And then the second ending for the second half was Wired Life, and it was very much slower, down tempo beat, but it was still very matched the tone, and it was really well. And we've seen that even with some of the newer seasons, so me and you were talking about Tokyo Ghoul Read this season. We love the opening, but we even love the ending song, even though it's more of an upbeat, more relaxed song with Half. It gives the way that it's animated, with it showing everyone there on the Kink Squad, just relaxing, nothing, being a family. It really gives that more relaxed, laid back vibe with it, compared to other songs with their endings. So with anime, it's such a unique spot to have endings songs and or opening songs being such a big part of it, and being able to reminisce about this is one of those aspects, because like you mentioned earlier, Nick, Eureka 7, some of the best openings for older animes out there. I love Eureka 7.
Yes. One of my most underrated, and we talked about this because you said Blue Exorcist. One of my most underrated ones is the one for Kyoto Saga, that opening, because the example of that is it's in the key of D, but that song never resolves to D ever until the courses. I think during the courses, the whole courses I think is in D, but it's in the key of D. But the course is never resolved. Like they never actually resolve to the key of D in like the chorus at all, and I absolutely love it for that. Like that's one of the things that like blew my mind with it. That one is so dope. I absolutely love that one. Like the opening, the way it hits you hard with the guitars, and then the singing, and then it just comes in with the drums and everything, bro. Like that one, 100%. If you never watched Kyoto Saga, you need to watch it just for the damn opening. That's how I feel about that one, dude.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Eureka 7, seriously, phenomenal show. One of my favorite love stories, and probably it's like part mecha, part futuristic, but really great show. And like that opening, like I really wish I had a soundboard set up with a lot of these songs, because this is a song that I would love to play right now, because that opening is so just so good.
I never actually finished that show. Like I finished like the first season or two, and then I got to the part where I think they had like a kid or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my jam right there, dude. That's the jam, dude. That's the jam.
Oh yeah, it is. Eureka 7 was something so unique when I saw it when I was younger.
What did you think about Astral Ocean?
I really
was that the successor to Eureka 7?
Yes. What did you think about that?
I didn't watch all the way.
Yeah, I have not watched through Astral Ocean. I've known of it, and it's on my list, but I was keeping up with so many other things. I had not taken the time to be able to go and watch Astral Ocean, and I really want to.
Well, the music on Astral Ocean is dope, 100%. Now, a lot of people don't like this story, but I liked it. But whatever. But the music for that, dope. Just as good, or even better than Eureka 7, the original. Like the music composition, the OST, everything behind it is like spot on.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about, and I love it. Like G over here, he's told us that when he drives around, sometimes he has some of his favorite opening songs on his iPod. And he just rides around blasting that, and everyone will be looking at him weird. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just play the Naruto.
Not
opening,
one bit.
Let's see, what other good openings are there? Darker Than Black. I like that first opening a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That one, and I like that One Piece ending, Eternal Compass. That shit was fucking good. There's a lot of them out there.
I mean, I know
there is a lot, dude.
Hates Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail had some good openings.
I love that Fairy Tail. The first one, I think. Oh, this is so
Fairy Tail had some good openings.
That show was trash, though.
but they had some good openings.
It wasn't that trash. It grew to be trash like later on. I think it overstayed its welcome.
I think it was always just kind of mediocre trash. We just watched it because we needed filler.
You know what? Kiss my ass. How about that?
That's what I'm saying.
I watched that whole fucking show, but I gotta be honest, it wasn't that. God damn.
Whoa.
Hey,
and let's not forget, if we're going old school and talking about classics, we got to give it to the GOAT. Got to give it to Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
Got to give it to one of the classics, one of the true successors, and probably one of the best openings of all time. Just putting that out there, especially since we mentioned it last week with them bringing the 25-year anniversary Blu-ray box set out, and now I'm going to be buying that shit so quick.
I think it was called Sign for Naruto Shippuden. Like the one after Jiraiya died. Oh my god, that shit was good.
You know which one? I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it just because of the fact that it was just something that got me kind of pumped up. Not because it was like over crazy, but just because it was just a real feel good. Is I liked Fighting Dreamers.
Yeah, no, that one was like a good English dub opening. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think that was the original Japanese version.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, no, that one was actually good. It was fun, and there was a lot of Naruto had a lot of really good endings. I remember one was like dedicated straight to Sasuke. He had really two good ones, and the one dedicated to Obito was fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
I just can't remember the fucking names of them, but no, Naruto had good openings and shit. That's why I actually listed that there, even though it was kind of a joke.
Good lord, I just found a video of all 22 openings for Fairy Tail.
Yeah, there's all that for like all those animes, bro. Those get picking up pretty quick though. Like you'll see, like maybe some of them are missing. But what else?
That I enjoyed that not a lot of people. While it was really popular, it was probably overlooked just because of the controversy of it. Was No Game No Life. I really liked the opening for No Game No Life. No, and no game, no life was probably one of my favorites because it was a well thought out and smart show, despite some of the fan service and stuff. And it was very well done because the characters were just like it was a very smart played show. It was all about games, but in these games you had to bet something, and it showed very smart characters going up and trying to outthink each other in very creative ways, even including cheating. As long as the fact that no one could figure it out, it was something just interesting. Like I recommend No Game No Life. The movie that recently came out, God, it was amazing. That one had me crying, bro. Like it was really well done.
Yeah,
Lark and Seal.
No Game No Life.
Ready,
What was
Steady,
that really
Go?
dumb anime? It was kind of like Sword Art Online, but it's like Horizon something.
Log Horizon? Hey, don't be hating on Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, Log Horizon was
What
great.
they repeat in that opening?
Database?
Yeah, in the database. That was the fucking opening.
What's funny about
database.
What's funny about that though is that's actually that's actually something that the band has done. Man with the Mission, the band that actually created the song, they've done 3 different anime openings for 3 different animes, and each song they have a song that they repeat one specific word as a chorus line. That is just something that the band does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was maybe
but that song goes hard. I really like Database.
I mean, not only anime, there's a band. Anybody know the band Lark and Seal?
Lark and Seal. Ooh.
Lark and Seal.
Oh, Lark and Seal, no.
Lark and Seal, I guess it's French for rainbow. I don't know. I can't remember. But they did a lot of stuff for the Final Fantasy movies. They did Ready, Steady, Go for Full Metal Alchemist for that second opening for Full Metal Alchemist. They did Lost Heaven for the closing of Full Metal Alchemist. What was that movie? Conquer Shambhala. Like, that's another legendary band that's done a lot of good stuff for a lot of anime. Like,
well, what's Full Metal though? Do you mean Brotherhood or the original anime?
The original.
Okay, yeah. The original anime also had really good openings.
Yeah,
but Full Metal Alchemist is phenomenal, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Love that show.
But we can't forget one of my favorite openings for a very special show for a boy whose soul pierces the heavens. Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, that's
you went so hype on that.
No, but that show literally has one of the best openings ever.
Yeah. And that was done by Black Order.
No, that show fucking hype for that opening.
But look, you cannot say that line without yelling it at the top of your voice as loud as you can. You got to put your passion into it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
I personally love the intro to Neon Genesis.
Yes,
Evangelion.
That's what Kaleidoscope said. Thundercats and Silverhawks had dope intros as well.
Look, Neon Genesis.
Hey, the Zoids did too.
Oh yeah,
Zoids was opening, but I remember that toy.
Look, Zoids. Oh, we talked about that last week because it's getting a new season later in the summer for the summer season. But dude, Neon Genesis, while having a great opening, no one will ever understand it. It's very operatic for the song. It's very operatic, but that song just made me realize how messed up I was because that song is completely like. That show is completely messed up to all hell.
I remember there's one that I never watched the show, but I always watched the opening, and that was Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, you have to watch Ghost in the Shell. It's so great.
When that show came on, I would just watch the opening, and then I would just turn it off.
For Standalone Complex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that one, for whatever reason, the opening just sucked me in every time I'd watch it on TV, but then I'd just walk away. You know
what's amazing about that too is that was one of the better well done CG animated openings too.
Yeah, but I don't know if we necessarily hit on this, but can you guys agree that openings almost serve as a better trailer for the most part than the actual anime trailer? When I watch an opening, that's how I get the idea of what the show really is.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I can see that.
Yeah, because it basically gives you a teaser what's going to happen in the show, what it's going to be about. So an opening to me is very key. To
like
anime.
if they would have just, instead of having like the My Hero Academia trailer, if they would have just said here's the opening, I probably would have been more prone to be more hyped about that then.
Yeah, because when I started off the show, I was like, this fucking opening's hype.
Because you see, Deku fighting Muscular in the opening of this season,
right?
Which like gets you hype right there. Because like, who's this big fucking guy? Like, so yeah, I can see that. Like, so
yeah, dude. Because and when we saw that fight, like like when we actually saw that fight a few episodes ago, oh, dude, it got me so hyped. It had me so pumped up because they had the right mix of music to it.
Just wait to see what's coming, bro. Wait to see.
Do not spoil anything about this week's episode because I actually haven't seen it.
Oh, man.
I haven't seen an episode in like 4 weeks, but I'm just letting them just back up on me so I can just watch them all. Yeah. So I can't wait. But like the stuff to come, bro. Oh my gosh. Your boy Dark Shadow, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, we know what happened to Dark Shadow, but well, actually, we don't know.
I was about to say, Nick is all about Dark Shadow. That's why.
It's actually funny because he was talking about him, but now it's his time to shine this season, I think.
Tokiyami's my dude, man. He's about to do some real stuff, dude. I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can feel Tokiyami about to get his time to shine. I'm just mad they didn't put him in.
I think we all saw last week's episode. Tokiyami fucking took that dude out, like his shadow.
Dude, if he can control his shadow that way,
dude,
it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
That dude's like, come back here, and he just like, you're not even worth it. He just crushed him.
Yeah, and
you see how like Dark Shadow, like he lost control of it. That's how he has to train himself in the dark. Like I don't know if they showed. Yeah, well, I think they just showed already. Like,
when they were showing him, he went to
a little bit of training, and they showed him. They showed that
in the cave. Yeah, so he has to train like completely in the dark. That's the only way he can like master him, and he just gets more and more stronger, dude. It gets insane.
That Shadow's no joke, bro.
Yeah, I think he's OP, dude.
Like, I don't know if he.
Good. I'm glad it's OP.
If he can like go duo with someone who can just like, like make the sky darker or something, he'd be unstoppable.
Yeah. But look, all I'm excited about is we get to see more of my girl Toga. That's all I'm about.
Man. All right, go ahead. I'll let you have that.
Yeah. Hey, she a freak. I like it.
Hey,
I know it. Hey, no, don't even go there, G. I know. No. G, hold on, G. No. Let me say this.
G. Oh, she was a creepy girl with like the blood.
Oh, the one that extracts your blood. Yeah.
She is cool though, but she is crazy.
Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl.
That's your girl.
That's my
girl. Not Sue. Not Uraraka. Not
Yaoyorozu. Come on, man.
No. Look, for me, it's Toga, then Jiro.
I feel bad for you, dude. I don't know what you'd be into if Toga's your girl.
Look. Hey, man. Don't question.
Yaoyorozu all way,
but G.
And then Hatsume, Hatsume is freaking dope, dude. Especially when she starts changing up the armor.
Yeah, because it's Toga, then Jiro, because I love Earphone Jack, and then Hatsume. Those are my three. But I was gonna say, trust me, you don't have to say anything, G. I know what Toga's about. I know, and when I say I know, I mean I know. You know what I know.
He knows.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, so trust me, that's why I'm just like, ooh, I get more excited for her. That's why I love her so much.
Oh man, don't be you already spoiling stuff. I already see it.
No. You don't even know. You don't even know. Trust me, I'm too vague for you to know.
No, I already know. I can already see it coming.
No, trust me, you don't know.
Hey, you ain't got the slightest idea. It's like shit. We can tell you could turn you upside down, drop you on your head. Like you'll be like, what? Like just, it's wild, bro. So. It's all right. You have no idea.
Trust me, you're gonna be surprised.
I know everything. I know everything.
You say that. Trust me.
Everything.
But
everything.
But no, just you're right, Neth, on what you brought up. Is that the openings truly are better versions of basically a trailer, because when they have great music, when they're done well synced and giving you an aspect, they really do get you hyped, because we've seen it with so many. Look at the especially the biggest ones, like with the first opening for season 1 of My Hero, that one got you hyped because when you first see Deku like looking up to All Might and seeing what it's all about. Then look at the opening for One Punch Man, literally just watching the flame like blasts into fire of pure whiteness, and just watching all the animated fire.
Kill shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't hold back. And when a show has a great opening like that, it really does get you in the mood. And even if the openings are very unique and weird, it's something cool. Because look at Tokyo Ghoul. You know, we love Tokyo Ghoul. The very first one with Unravel, it's a very interesting song because it's very mellow and very low, but then it has certain points where it gets real high, deep, and heavy. And if you pay attention to the words, it's setting a certain tone for what the show entails, even if it doesn't directly show you anything from the show. Then you have something like Cowboy Bebop's opening, real excited because the way that tank really gets you all jazzed up. Exactly. Openings really do have that sense of a make or break for them. Like Nick said, the first opening for the very first season of Assassination Classroom had him turned off. I told him to sit through the show, and then the openings got better, and he felt it by the end of the series. It really does have a unique spot. So bringing that up, it is a very unique aspect that anime really does sit in between. You know?
Yeah, dude. Like, can we just admit that anime openings are the shit?
They really are. Like people like have this bad stigma about anime and especially anime music because they don't understand. They don't realize if they see the videos and the animation that's set to and really just listen to them. Like some people could really get into them and just listen to the music. That's all you need. Like I've played so many songs that I have on my backlog of anime music for my mom, and she loves some of them because they're very beautiful. Like Glassy Sky is one of my absolute favorites just because of that very piano set sound that it has, as well as some of the music from the OST for Your Lie in April. There's so much good music in anime that is really overlooked, not just from the openings and endings, but from the OSTs that they have as well. I mean, look at what we talk about with My Hero all the time. You Say Run is such an amazing, well done song because of the fact that people say it's a generic song. Yes, but the way that the music is organized in it hits certain aspects. And when you look at the way that it's tied to and used in the show for those scenes, it puts more power into the music. Now, every time I hear that song, dude, I can't help but get choked up because I imagine everything that I've seen that song tied to, and it's so good.
The way it carries.
Yeah, exactly.
The way it carries, and I will back this, man. Okay, so have any of you watched the English dub of Dragon Ball Super yet?
Yeah,
I've seen parts of it. I think it's better than stuff, but that's my opinion.
Just one thing: do not take any of these themes. Not one. This is where how I talk to you, Bloodie. I say I'm all about English dub, blah blah blah, whatever. Do not do this because in Dragon Ball Super, the opening for Dragon Ball Super I can't remember what episode it is, but it's during the Black Saga. They switch it over to English instead of Japanese. Like the song is sung in English, and it completely ruins the song. So do not do that. Ever. If that ever happens, it immediately makes me mad, dude. Just look it up. Look it up, dude. Look it up.
I'm opening it like now.
Look it up, dude.
They never do that for anime. They always usually keep it in Japanese.
The most recent episode, I can't remember, that's English dubbed. The song was in English. They sang it in English, and I was like, this is not good. Do not do that. It was
a lot of artists.
Oh, what the fuck they did.
Told you, dude. Yeah, listen to that for a minute and see if if that's not cringeworthy.
No, hold on. I'm gonna share my screen. This shit is wrong. Hold up.
Can we hear it if you share it?
I hope so. Actually, probably not. Never mind.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on.
You got me.
Hold on.
This shit is wrong.
Hold on, I got you, dude. Oh my gosh. Let me find it. Give me a second. Keep talking.
Yeah. No. Just from that little bit I heard, that shit is just wrong. I thought he was joking at first because, like, the Dragon Ball Super opening one has a little bit of English, but no, the whole thing they just did is 100% English, and oh my god!
I think the last intro had like a lot of English going on in it too.
Yeah, like sometimes there are
a little bit of English, not 100% English.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my god!
I mean, a lot of them don't convey the music, like it doesn't like translate well to English. Like,
because direct translations don't work. As someone who can somewhat understand a different language, they don't work.
And what's funny is that there are some Japanese openings and some songs for, especially for anime, where they do it.
Listen to this. What's this?
No. Turn it off now. Turn it off.
Yeah, right.
You will suffer through it as I did.
Get through the ear. Get the ear bleach. Get the ear bleach. Someone put on something good.
Oh
dude.
my god!
Hang on. No. Need ear bleach.
English, dude. It was bad. I was like, oh my gosh, please turn this off. Like, this is terrible.
If we listen to the first 10 seconds,
Justin Maroney says, "You."
You know who's good at that? The Radwimps. You guys should check them out. Radwimps did the soundtrack to Your Name, and they did it completely in like Japanese, and then they redid it in English, and it's great, dude. Like they're legit, dude.
The best rework is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Something better.
I like it when they have like certain English phrases in songs, like the new My Hero opening. I keep my ideals. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're talking about English like conversions, right? One time they did that shit really well was in the first opening for One Piece, where they converted "We Are" to English. Believe it or not, it's actually done well compared to the Japanese version.
No, there's a few intros that do that, dude.
For which one?
The
first one,
"We Are" in English that are really good.
I just did not like that Dragon Ball Super
which
in English.
For which?
That was not good.
Which opening?
Well, that's whoever the artist was sounded horrible.
For One Piece, they changed the opening one to completely English, and
there's some anime openings that do theirs all in English with very little Japanese, and it makes better when they know the composition. But when you translate it over, it's harder to do. However, we have seen there are some fans, especially on YouTube, who will use the same composition but rework the songs. They won't do an exact translation. They'll try and use what they can, but they'll rewrite it. Look, no, one of my favorite ones who I've sent music to Yuji, because me and you have talked about it, and I think I sent one to you before, Nick, is Nathan Young. He's one of my favorites because he reworks the lyrics. He makes it translation like better, so it fits. Yeah, One Punch is literally one of my favorite ones, as well as he did well with the first opening for My Hero. Second opening, he did one for Attack on Titan, which is probably one of my favorite other songs because everyone sings that one. And then he also recently did one for Unravel Ghoul for Tokyo Ghoul, and that one is amazingly well done.
Speaking of,
hey, I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, I'm good with
all you gotta do.
Okay, y'all know that I'm behind on certain anime because I only watch it in English dub because I'm a loser like that. But I just started because I want to see because the new Black Clover episode's up. Yo, that new opening for that third opening, that's fire, bro. That's fire, dude. That's tight. I'm excited. After this podcast over, I'm gonna watch it. It's about to get real.
So you only got a third grade reading level or what? No, I'm just playing.
Shoot, I got third grade reading level. Nah, man, I just don't like reading. That's it. Hate all you want, Super. Hate all you want, Super. It's all good.
I gotta throw
the guy you were talking about, that's the guy who uses like the guitar and everything, right? Like he does it live. Yeah. I like it. He does fucking good work.
Dude, he's so legit. He's so legit. You can find his songs on YouTube, bro. Or not me on iTunes.
Yeah. You can buy them shits.
Hold on, who's this person?
He's that legit.
I'll send you a link to his channel later, Nick, after the show. But
please.
But he's a big fan who actually took opening and suggestions and would actually convert them to English, and he does like rock and metal versions and stuff like that.
He plays instruments and everything, dude.
Yeah, he does the same composition, but he translates the songs into English and does his own rendition of it. Like my favorite one is he did a great one for opening one of My Hero. He did a great one for Attack on Titan. He just did Unravel for the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. He has one for quite a few others, and One Punch Man is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, because that song directly translates to English pretty well, actually. It's a pretty douchey song if you actually listen to it. It fits the show too well, though.
Heroic Age had a fire opening.
Yeah.
Justin Maroney says.
Ooh. Interesting.
Heroic Age. I've never seen it.
Where's the
7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins.
That's a fire opening.
Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins is something else, man.
Cannot wait for season 2 for that, dude.
Yeah, well, the season 2's out on Netflix already.
No, that wasn't the season 2 though. That was just
oh, is that the second half of the first season? They just said
it was a 4-episode. Yeah, it was a 4-episode, whatever they called it, second season. The actual real second season hasn't came in yet.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Netflix, well, they be good on some things. They mess up a lot of things on everything else.
Yeah, it killed me. I was like, no, it's only 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It made me mad. Either way.
Yeah, but there's so much good stuff out there, and it's hard to just remember everything because
you can't.
Yeah, but whenever you remember that, there's just so much good stuff out there. I mean, I don't know how many animes on my list that had amazing songs that I listened to. You know, I had so many from all the openings.
I did that. My Hero season 2, the second opening, not the first one. The second one was legit, dude.
Oh, the third. He's talking about opening 3.
Yes, opening 3 was great.
Opening 3 is great.
What's the name? Amarashi or whatever his name is. That dude gets down.
That song was dope.
Yeah.
But
the second one I did not feel at all. But the opening 3 I really liked. That's why I said that.
See, that's how they knew it was bad. They had to switch the opening like mid-episode, dog. They were like, "Hold on, we gotta fix this."
For real.
Because that opening was bad, dude. I was just like, "Whoa, what they do?" Because the first opening was legit. So when you watch the first season, you're like, "Okay, this is cool." So when the second season started and they changed it, I was like, "What are we doing, dog?" Like, no, what happened? Why? So.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that one was not good. Like,
I actually liked the song, but the fucking animation was terrible.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. And like you said, that doesn't hook you. No matter how good the song is, you get thrown off because you're hearing this song. Yeah, because then you're like looking.
As I told you guys earlier, my sister watches some of these animes and she listens to the song more than watches the animation. So she likes that song, and I realized, yeah, the song is actually good. Just they fucked up on what they used for the animation.
For real.
I don't want to see people stretching.
Yeah.
Like I said, animes exist in a very unique spot with those kinds of things. That
anime's dope, man.
Yeah.
Anime
point blank, bro.
Point blank.
I just wish so many more people would get into it, bro. Like and just understand
people
it,
just
man.
don't
like,
understand.
It's such a great art. It's great to such form. Like we watch movies, but like that is a great alternative to the movies because movies sometimes lack, bro. Like, and I mean, besides lately we're making these great superhero movies, but like, man, I can always go to anime and just be all right, dude. Because TV is not really great, but anime is. So,
yep.
I don't know, man. More people should look into it.
Yep, they really
love it.
They do.
Yeah, it gets so caught up between anime and cartoons. Why are you watching this cartoon?
Right? Why are you watching this cartoon? Why are you watching this childish stuff?
Exactly, dude. I read my mangas at work, and then I got people coming to me like, what are you reading? What is cartoons, man? Come on, talk to these girls. I'm like, bro, like, you see the girls in here. I'm just saying, bro. Like
my
leave me alone.
I see the girls in here, man. It's not even that.
I don't know about that, but all right.
It's not even that.
Hey, that's my boy. Bro, like, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah,
like, just leave me alone. But I mean, it gets so like crossover as to being kiddie and stuff like that. And it's like, man, you don't even know the context of what I'm reading. Like some of this shit go harder than like a lot of movies, man. Like,
look at Parasite. Parasite alone, or another is another one. Hell, if you wrote one, dude, Baccano and had a great one. There's so many that just were phenomenal.
I just hate how it gets just caught up with like you being looked at as like a kid because you watch it or something, like it's kiddie stuff, you know, because of the art and whatever. But open your goddamn eyes.
It's just people really just don't understand, man. Like I love like the opening for Ancient Magus Pride. I love Ancient Magus Pride.
It's pretty dope, dude. And I really got into that because of you. So you added goddamn stack of stuff I already watched. Thank you for that.
I know, and I'm telling you that opening just it's so good. But it's just so heartfelt. I love Ancient Magus Pride just so much. I told you weren't gonna regret it though. I told you love it.
Yeah,
Man.
it's legit.
Yeah.
Dude, this is too much.
Hey, hit the like button. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Whoever's there, hit the like button.
Yeah, hold on. What are we on our subscriptions? Are we near 100 yet, or what's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are closing in. We are at 93. So
goddamn, help us out, man. Share out the video.
We should have done a giveaway stream.
We're gonna.
I have 100.
Yeah, once we hit 100, we're gonna do some pop figure giveaways.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do some pop figures, some keychains, whatever. We're gonna do a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got stuff in order right now. So
yeah, because we're gonna be in the past 6 months, with the support from everyone, we've grown relatively fast, and I've loved every single one of the people who come in and join in on the chat. So Justin, you've been here a lot, so thank you, and everyone else who's come in and watched and supported us. Seriously. Yeah, I love it, and I think we had fun this one. We went on for the past hour talking about music, man. There's just so much out there.
Right. What I love about this podcast is it's like there's not very many podcasts. At least
it's refreshing, man. It's refreshing
that don't do like the anime talk and the nerd talk and like they don't go like so. Man, I hope y'all get you get more subs and like have more success, man, because I love it. I absolutely love it. I believe y'all deserve more. So like I'm rooting for you guys for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, man, you've helped with that. You've come out here with us. You've talked with it and joined in, and you having all the knowledge that you do, especially when me and you've talked about music. Like this was something perfect for you, especially as I've helped you get back into anime. Like there's so many great people who've come out and joined and thrown in with us that have gotten to have fun with us. And as Neth always says, whenever I go on my rants, he's just like, oh God, he's pulling out the encyclopedia again.
There he is, the almanac.
Yeah. Tell you, man, I just absorb stuff. I enjoy everything, and I'm just glad that people get to come out and just enjoying that passion. We're all nerds, we're all geeks.
We know what we're talking about. You're not getting no half info, man. You're getting like full blown. Like we can feed you. You know what I'm saying? You can live off the conversation we got for you. A lot of people they like to do these podcasts and do things like that and talk about stuff, and they don't really know like the extent of things, so they just like kind of like bring it to you as a casual. But we got some hardcore guys here that just know what the hell we're talking about on pretty much any topic.
Yep, and I'm telling you, man, it's something else. And before we go, I want to end on one last song, an opening that we completely missed, that absolutely gets the mood spilled. And I have to say, the opening to Future Diary, aka Mirai Nikki, is just fucking amazing because it's just simply brutal. If you have not watched Future Diary, you have to. If you want a show that's all a bit massive killing game and a very unique take on it, you have to watch this one. And that opening, I'm telling you, so pumped up. That's one you definitely got to add to your watch list there, Nick, is Future Diary. I'm telling you, you will love it.
If you don't end the podcast, we're going to go on another hour talking about this.
You're going to have to end this one for me.
You're going to cut this off sooner or later, Greg.
But to everyone watching, I do want to thank everyone for joining in with us. So we'll be back next week. So just check in and just stay beautiful. So from all of us here, peace out.
We out.